What is up, everybody? My name's Shan. Today we're going to be diving into a Rakdos Aggro deck that is full-blown pedal to the metal, all about damage. I know you see a lot of Rakdos mid-range decks lurking around. They got the Kroxas, they got the Mire Tritons, and the Oxes and all that. And we have some similar elements to those decks. We do have 2 copies of Kroxa and 2 copies of the Ox. But for the most part, this deck is going to be focused in very much similarly to a mono-red deck. How it's just beat them in the face, beat them in the face, beat them in the face. Try to take them out by turn 4 or 5, maybe at the latest 6. So, diving on into our deck here, we have 3 copies of Bloodchief Thirst, and this is one of the nice things about going into Rakdos versus just staying in mono red. You get access to some really good removal. Bloodchief Thirst, so versatile, and it hits almost everything, right? Very rarely are you gonna be like, well, this card's a dud, right? Anyways, 4 copies of Fervent Champion. It's fantastic. It's 1 mana, it has first strike and haste, and it buffs up its other copies of itself, so to speak. 2 copies of Fireblade Charger, as this is a really nice card to get things like Demonic Embrace. Even Embercleave, while it only adds 1 point of additional damage, still nice, you know, turns it into like a potential 6 point of damage creature if it swings in, double strike, and then it dies, right? Anyways, moving us along, we have 3 copies of Feed the Swarm. We've been seeing a whole lot of enchantments in the meta recently, so this is pretty good. It doesn't have the drawback of Heartless Act, where you can't destroy creatures with counters. It doesn't have the drawback of Eliminate, where you can only destroy creatures with, you know, CMC 3 or less. And again, we're focused in on just dealing raw damage, so we're not worried about our life total. If the opponent's dealing more than us, then we're not doing our job of being aggro and being, you know, smack them in the face. So, Feed the Swarm, 3 copies. Get rid of those enchantments, get rid of those creatures. Pretty cheap. Robber of the Rich. Excellent if you're on the play. Fantastic if you're on the play. Almost enough to want to put 4 in, but you can't always be on the play. So, 2 off, has reach, has haste. Really nice card. If you can take some stuff away from your opponent, fantastic. If you want to kick it up to 3 copies, yeah, I probably wouldn't be mad at you. 2 copies of Kroxa, Titan of Death's Hunger. 2 mana for a 6/6. Yeah, it's really good value, and you can, of course, always escape it later. It's really good against rogues. It's a great choice for the Embercleave. I will say the biggest negative probably is the fact that it doesn't really work with the Obosh, but I mean, it's a 2 mana 6/6. Do you really need it to work with the Obosh? Next up, we have 2 copies of Stormfist Crusader. This is going to help keep us drawing cards, right? I thought about putting in Village Rites, and you know, we can sacrifice our Kroxa at instant speed and all that, but I wanted to try something a little bit different, and I really value Stormfist Crusader, and I think enough people don't. Now, I will say this, with the amount of removal that is lurking in the meta right now, Village Rites might actually be the better option. It's only 1 mana, you don't have to worry about having the red, it's instant speed, you get to draw 2 off of it. So, you know, I sort of go back and forth between Stormfist and Village Rites. Choose what you want. Stormfist is a creature, does have menace, so it is an extra body to, you know, attack in with, make Embercleave cost less with. But, you know, all the other benefits that I just mentioned are good for Village Rites. So you choose what you want to do. Make the deck your own, of course. 2 copies of Shatterskull for additional removal and, you know, land. And same with the Agadeem. Bring back creatures and land. Demonic Embrace. Really, really good in this deck. It's really good on the Hunted Nightmare, right? It's a 4/5 with menace, so it's already a big body. It's really good on Anax because it's a star power, and again, you know, Fervents, Robbers, Kroxa, Stormfist, Bonecrushers, and even Anax itself all add to the power of it. And then it also benefits your small stuff like the Fireblade and the Fervent and the Robber and all this because it gives it flying, makes it evasive, and things like the Fireblade end up getting to deal, you know, its power's worth of damage after it dies. So, Hunted Nightmare, 4/5 with menace. This is a card that, again, I think people were kind of overlooking. It came out in Ikoria, but it's a 3 mana 4/5, and the only drawback really for it is if your opponent does have a creature, then they get to put a death touch counter on a creature they control. Now, we have Feed the Swarm, we have Bloodchief's Thirst, we have Fervent Champions that have first strike, right? We have a Demonic Embrace, which gives you flying. We have menace creatures. So we have tons of ways to get around this death toucher, right? It's not really that big of a deal. When you're really focused in on dealing your damage, and you think about the creatures you're probably going to end up facing, right? The worst possible creature that could get death touch for you would be an enemy's Fervent Champion. So of course, if they have a first striker, don't play your Hunted Nightmare before you get rid of that first striker unless you have some guaranteed removal, right? Anyways, Bonecrusher Giant, it's a staple. It's a great card. It's going to be a staple until it rotates. Same with Anax, 3 mana, 3 power, gives you the satyrs off the back end of your creatures dying. Works really good with Kroxa, right? Kroxa comes down, makes it sacrifice itself. You get the 2 satyrs, you get all the other benefits. Agadeems we talked about. Ox is really awesome. You know, I used to say it's really awesome against rogues, but in all actuality, Ox is just good in general. It's just good. Play it down for 5 mana, you get a 4/2, you get to draw 3 cards, because, you know, generally you play it at the end of you're having a hand. And if it does get milled, if it does get discarded, it's only 2 mana. And it's coming back as a 5/3, so even better, right? And then second to last but not least, Obosh the Preypiercer. 5 mana for a 3/5, makes all your odd permanents deal double damage. So your Anax, your Bonecrusher, your Hunted Nightmare, your Fireblade, and your Fervent, right? All that stuff deals extra damage, as well as your Obosh and your Ox. And then last but not least, we got the Embercleave, because of course you got to believe in the cleave if you're going to be playing aggro of this caliber. Make sure you have a couple copies of Castle Embereth, a couple copies of Castle Locthwain to help with the card draw. And honestly, this is a very, very awesome deck to help you climb ranked very quickly, because you can deal with the aggro decks like Mono Red by just having bigger stuff to play, by having the escape stuff that comes back, right? And you can beat the Rakdos decks by just being a little bit faster than them, right? A little bit more aggro. Anyways, thanks everybody for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the video so far and the channel in general. If so, please be sure to leave a like down below. Subscribe if you're new here. Hit that bell icon, as it makes my heart warm, YouTube's heart warm, and trust me, in the future it'll make your heart warm, or your eyes warm, or your fingers, whatever you're using to watch the device that you're watching this on. Anyways, thanks everybody once again. You know, we have daily videos, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every single day. Be sure you're sharing it out to a friend if you really enjoy the content and you really enjoy your friend, because then you get a win-win. You get another friend that you can talk about my content with, and you get somebody else to push your ideas whenever you're like, hey Chance, I have a deck idea, and then you can bring your friend in and be like, hey Chance, I also have a deck idea, and it just so happens to be the same as this guy's. And I'll never know, I'll never be none the wiser. Except for the fact that I just told you about the plan, right? Anyways, thanks everybody for watching, and without further ado, let's dive into some Rakdos Aggro. Good cat. That's good. It's good you got a con kitty. I'm not gonna say the other joke I was thinking. I like this. I do like playing Magic without cards. I feel like it's a little bit more fun this way. You just use your imagination. I drew a swamp, a mountain, a fable, and another mountain as well. Oh, okay. We're actually playing now. I'm sorry. I'll stop using my imagination. So definitely leading out with the temple, followed by the mountain. Probably go for the Stormfist. Ooh, maybe the robber. We'll have to see how many cards they have in hand, right? Don't be a Gruul aggro Andy. Good cat. Don't be a Gruul aggro Andy. How many cards do they have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I was to play this, theoretically, we're still at 6. Did they take a mulligan I didn't know about? Bastards. Okay, so if I go this, they will have that next turn. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter either which way then, huh? Let's get down to Stormfist. Okay. Now we do have the Bonecrusher, so we can remove their 1/1, right? Keep their Love Struck from attacking at us. It doesn't stop them from using, okay. I was gonna say, it doesn't stop them from using things like the Great Hinge and all that off the back of the power of the stuffs. They have 4 cards in hand. Would you quit using your cards, you bastard? How am I ever supposed to get this robber to proc if you don't have any cards in hand? Maybe they'll just play Love Struck here. Come on, you know you just want to play a Love Struck. Huh? Love Struck? And then we can go Fabled. I can go Bonecrusher on Bonecrusher onto the 1/1. Get down Stormfist. Come on, it'll be beautiful. Or you can have another fucking Bonecrusher, huh? Yeah. Woo! Like that stuff. We like that stuff. We could make them discard with Kroxa. I like the idea of getting down the Hooded Nightmare though, because the Death Touch is just going on to the 1/1, right? So we're gonna Bonecrusher that 1/1 for sure. For sure. Now are you gonna play the Love Struck? For fuck's sakes, it's been chilling out there oh so patiently for oh so long. It just wants to see some action, and you're denying it. You're denying the fun to the Love Struck. Maybe this is why it's been struck by the love. You're playing hard to get. Alrighty. Love Struck. You think they have another Bonecrusher? Y'all think that's a possibility? I certainly hope not, but you never know. You never really know. So Agadeems could allow us to play Hunted Nightmare plus Bonecrusher. Bam. All right. Please no Great Hinge. Please no Great Hinge. Of course, if they had a Great Hinge, they would have slammed it, right? They'd have been like, oh, Great Hinge. That would have just been their first play. You let that resolve. You let that resolve. Alright, now they can deal the 2 from the Phoenix. Will they, though, is the question. Indeed, they will. They will. We can go Anax plus Kroxa, or we can go Anax plus Stormfist. Either way, I think I want the Anax down. Anax swing all in, because they'll have to block with both if they want to kill one. Nope, yep, there you go. Now you understand. So we take out their Bonecrusher. We get a little 1/1 back from it. It's not a huge deal, but 2 little 1/1s. Sorry, I forget. I don't know how to math. We have 4 cards over there. If I was to play Kroxa this turn, we could potentially get there next turn. Let's try it. Make them discard one of their only 2 cards left in hand. Thankfully, we didn't do it before this point because they would have just discarded the Phoenix, right? So pretty good there. Didn't even realize what I was doing. We're actually holding a pretty good candle to this Gruul Andy here. Watch him burn. Oh, taking out the questing beast, getting some more little 1/1 tokens. I'm actually really happy that we got rid of that questing beast because we have 0 way to defend against it right now. Like, yes, once Hunted Nightmare gets untapped, sure we can, but until then, this is Exile 5 other, right? It is. So we need to get another card over here. No! Damn it. Alright, so we need some hard removal. No! It's all coming to an end. Whoa, why would you not swing with the Love Struck? Hello? Hello? Hello, hello, hello. Well, we can't really afford to just go knocking on the door, can we? Can we? Let's see. 2 have to block there, which means only 1, which means I'm still getting through with 4. They have trampled Death Touch. I think I got a swing. If you're not first, you're last. Ricky Bobby. So my thinking here is they have to block 2 onto the Hunted Nightmare, and they shall, right? Then Elder goes onto the Anax. Elder goes onto the Anax. Doop, boop. Elder, Anax. Click, drag. Elder, Anax. Anax, Elder. There we go. So we take out the 1/1. Their Love Struck Beast can't swing back at us. They can gain life, which is the biggest downfall here. But surely you don't gain life when you can gain a creature, right? Down to 6. Create 2 more little 1/1s here. Or 4 more, sorry, because they took out both the Hunted and the Anax. So we have 8, 9, 10 creatures. So they can gain the life with Gargaroth. But it's only 3, right? Wait a minute. Did I just win? Oh, no, wait, because there's 2 more creatures to defend with. Alright, we have 4, 8. That is 12. They're going to gain life here for sure. You're so crazy. Alright, we got to take this. We have 8, 9, 10. They have 3, 6, 7, which means 3 creatures are getting through, and then we have Kroxa. We also have Embercleave. Alright, well, first things first, we're for damn sure swinging all in. I guess we could have maybe played the Fervent, but... Oh man, what if that's not a land? I didn't realize they had a card in hand. No! I think we'll still be able to get there though, right? Right? I'm sorry, by the way, if we don't end up being able to get there. In fact, I forget Stormfist has Menace as well. So, Gargaroth gains them life, right? Who's swinging into this? Oh, right. Let's see what they do here. They're gonna gain 3 life. Okay, we're dealing 4. I think I still hit the Embercleave here. If I hit it here, deal 5, yeah. Bam, strike on through. Yeah, that's just enough for lethal. Whew, you had me worried, good cat. You had me worried. But we got him. Took down Rakdos Aggro in the end with our Rakdos Smashing. Captain Crumpet. We'll keep this. Seems pretty good, right? Get the Fireblade, the Ox. Now, if we want to get to that Hunted Nightmare, we're going to need to grab some black mana before too long. So maybe we go Mountain, Fabled. See what we can see. Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Come on, Captain. Oh, Captain, my Captain. Is that from Dead Poet Society? Something like that? Hey, there's an Anax, so in the very least we should be able to get that down come turn 3, if not the Hunted Nightmare. Maze Montoon. Opponent's looking very Dimir control. I was going to say aggro, but Dimir control. Alright, now's the time. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say now's the time where we get to see what they actually have, but nope, just another Mazemon. Bloodchiefs? Okay. Am I surprised? Not really. Not really. Oh, because the Mazemons, right? They have to resolve. Oh, I didn't mean to hit the little button for the mute. Anax. We can still play Fervent on the next turn plus Feed the Swarm. We can get some black mana. We could play Hunted plus Feed the Swarm. Or not Feed the Swarm, Fervent, sorry. Those Mazemons are really annoying because they're going to allow the opponent to gain up to 8 life. It's Grixis, actually. Alright. Well. Let's get everything down that we can, of course. Swing in for the 5. This will put them to 13. Now they can have one Mazemon proc next turn. Puts them back to 17. Okay, we're still looking for some black mana. I mean, we can use Embercleave. Would allow us to deal... What, we got 6 right now. Would allow us to deal 9. Alright. Taking them down to 4. They heal 4, back to 8. Use the other Mazemon back to 12. Cycling Shark Typhoon, they can't block. I mean, they can block Anax, but they won't. Shouldn't block the Fervent either. They're not blocking anything. What? Okay. Back to 8. Scrying 1 to the top. You hate to see that. So, still looking for another black source of mana here, if at all possible. If at all possibly. Why are you hovering Fervent so hard? Okay. Bonecrusher, take out Fervent. They got 4 mana left. Do they just play the Bonecrusher? Indeed. Indeed. Hey, there we go. Alright. So no matter what, I'm not going to be able to get down 100 Nightmare plus, like, the removal I want, right? Wow, they're blocking here. Alright, well, they can go back up to 9. We do have enough damage for lethal come next turn if we can get the Ox down. Oh, no, no, right, because they go back to 9. Forgot about that. Ignore me. Probably just go for the 100 Nightmare. Grixis, they have 4 cards. Can potentially draw one with Mazemon. been a kind of fun game so far. We've just sort of played stuff, swung in, and they sort of removed it, right? So, no, we still got 3 little 1/1s. Now, obviously, they can gain 4 life off Maze Mine, so that's not fantastic. But, yeah, we'll see. We are going to swing it with the 1/1s before we do anything else. I'm waiting for them to proc that Maze Mine Tomb. Like, I want them to proc that before I use Bonecrusher. Yeah, GG. Bitch. Felix, 5423. We get to go first. This looks like a pretty solid go first kind of hand, except we have the castle. If we didn't have castle locked away, now I could just go turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. I would be happy. I'd be so happy. But that's okay. We'll go turn 1, turn 3, turn 4, maybe, or turn 4, something like that. Ooh, that's a pretty cool. Oh, by the way, how many people you think are gonna notice that? I've been meaning to put my camera, my face, if you will. Spikefield, yeah. Never a bad time for that, Spikefield. Anyways, I've been meaning to put my face, like, sort of where it is now. Maybe it moved over a little bit. Move over. Oh, and there's the untapped land. Alright, well, that's our Hunted Nightmare next turn if we want it. Opponent seems to be playing mono red, so I would expect them to have an Anax or something. Bonecrusher. The Crusher of the Bones. I'm playing my double Stormfist. I don't care. I don't even... You think you got something to hold over me, mono red? You're crazy. Unless, of course, you have Embercleave, in which case, yikes. Yikerinos, am I right? You don't want to remove the Stormfist. These are not the Crusaders you're looking for, Felix. I like how it's mono red, but they got a little tree guy over here. Haven't you ever played Pokemon? Leaf type Pokemon are terrible for fire. Come on. Come on. I'm at least a little more on set, right? I got a fire Pokemon with my fire creatures. Fervent Champion coming down for the Opono. Yeah. All that thinking for that little Fervent Swingarooski. Rimrock. Alrighty, let's draw. Let us draw. So we had a robber and a mountain and a swamp. Cool. So we can go Anax plus robber, actually proc robber. Or we go Hunted Nightmare plus robber. I like Anax plus robber. Alright, we're definitely swinging in with the robber. Problem is, robber dies to Bonecrusher. So we could swing in with Stormfist. I think we should have swung in with both Stormfists, maybe? This is fine. T's fine. Shatterskull Smashing, not exactly what we wanted there. We were hoping to hit an Embercleave so that way we could feel a little better about them not having one come this turn, but you know, now it's just kind of all up in the air and we don't really know. Swinging all in. Swinging all in. If we can make this trade, I'll be pretty happy. Like, if nothing goes haywire. It is what it is. We're going to keep this hand. We're up against Magnum. Magnum PI. Wasn't that a show or something? Book, maybe? Anyways, we have the mana for the Anax, we have the Obosh that we could potentially get to, and some removal, so... You know. You know. You know, you know, you know. Temple of Milady. Come, Milady. Come, Milady. Something, something, something. Sugar slide, right? All the removal the world could ever want. Now if I can just see some other playables, that'd be great. Woo, it's an Abzan food deck. What are the chances y'all think? And by the way, we can take out that Trail of Crumbs. We probably should have taken out the Trail of Crumbs there. It's alright. It's alright. What are the chances y'all think that it's a Yorion deck as well? Hmm? Oh no! Senior Wolf! Senior Wolf! Bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Goodbye, Trail of Crumbs. Goodbye. Still need some black mana for most things. It's Annihilia, Wicked Wolf. What? Hey, I like seeing more red mana. It's almost like black mana if it weren't at all. Yeah, you take that how you may. Anyways, we got the Oboskian, the Oboshko, the... I was about to make a Costco joke, but I don't feel like it works so well. Hey! You know, we have a Bloodchief Thirst as well. We actually have two of them. We just can't use them. More red mana? More red mana. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all want to know a fun fact? We have 6 mountains in the deck, which means we have drawn 4 of our 6 mountains. The probability is insane. But I digress. We'll keep going. Getting our asses kicked, I suppose. Come on. Playable. Creature, land. There's like literally so many things that I could use right now, and very few things that I couldn't use. Very few. Oh, just in the nick of time. Like, we were about to lose the game, but now because that castle came out when it did, 7 turns late, we